It's the opposite.
Yeah.
You break it and it's
Like a child.
yes.
Yes.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Okay, we are on page 28 of Arabic book, Arabic grammar. The sister was asking the question about Tahiyatul Masjid. Tahiyatul Masjid, according to the strongest opinion and based on the hadith, that there is no restriction to any time, and Tahiyatul Masjid is compulsory. And according to my understanding, even after Asr it is permissible. Tahiyatul Masjid must be offered even after Asr. And that is the hadith in Sunan Abu Dawud in Kitab al-Salah by Abu Musa al-Ashari radiallahu anh. He entered the masjid of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that after Asr, when he has already prayed Asr somewhere else, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was having a halaqah gathering, and in that gathering Abu Musa al-Ashari entered the mosque and he sat with him. So he discontinued his talk and asked the Sahabi to pray. This is one hadith which is in Sunan Abu Dawud in the book of Salah, that after the Asr, the Tahiyatul Masjid was there, and this is what Rasulullah asked Abu Musa al-Ashari to pray. Another hadith which is in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, where Rasulullah has said that إِذَا دَخَلَ أَحَدُكُمُ الْمَسْجِدَ وَالْإِمَامُ يَخْطُبُ فَلَا يَجْلِسْ حَتَّى يَرْكَعَ رَكْعَتَيْنِ. That when you are entering the masjid and Imam is delivering the khutbah, you should not sit before praying 2 rakat. إِذَا دَخَلَ أَحَدُكُمُ الْمَسْجِدَ وَالْإِمَامُ يَخْطُبُ فَلَا يَجْلِسْ حَتَّى يَرْكَعَ رَكْعَتَيْنِ. Hadith in Sahih Muslim, that when a person enters the mosque and Imam is delivering the khutbah, you still have to pray 2 rakat before sitting. And the same hadith is in Musnad Imam Ahmad, where it says that these 2 rakat should be short. Not reading Surah Al-Baqarah in first rakat and then Surah Ali Imran in the second rakat. By the time Imam has finished his Jummah khutbah, is the prayer and everything, and yet you are in your second rakat. Yes?
Will a bad deed be written down for the person who doesn't pray? Will a bad deed be written down for the person who doesn't pray to the car when he comes to the masjid?
It is haram. He has disobeyed Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, but if you have a fitna in the masjid, okay, like I'll tell you one incident. I went to attend the marriage ceremony of my sister-in-law in Karachi, and I was Imam in Dubai, so it was just a visit for the marriage, alhamdulillah, and I prayed in Salafi Masjid, okay, in the Salafi Masjid, they call Al-Hadith Masjid. And I entered just before the Maghrib Adhan, just 5 minutes before the Masjid Adhan of Maghrib. So according to my understanding that Al-Hadith and Salafis, they follow this Hadith very strongly. But subhanallah, I started praying my Tahiyatul Masjid and there was a man, he stopped me, he broke my prayer. He's, stopped me and dragged me and said, this is haram. This is the time where Rasulullah has said the shaitan comes. I know this hadith. Then I pulled him to a wall where he had a chart where all the sunnahs and nafil were mentioned. And I said to him, look, who put this hadith? He said, you, I, means Imam. I said, look, this hadith says, إِذَا دَخَلَ أَحَدُكُمُ الْمَسْجِدَ فَلَا يَجْلِسْ حَتَّى يَرْكَعَ رَكْعَتَيْنِ. This is not Jummah khutbah. This hadith says general. And then I said this, I won't look at it, but I'll tell you this hadith is in Sunan Abu Dawud and it is narrated by, Abu Musa al-Ashari, and he came at and then he got, oh, I'm sorry. I said, look, you people should follow what you're putting over here. Then after the Maghrib prayer, we sat and he brought tea for me. Aap kya hai? Who are you? And I said, yes, I'm Imam and Khatib in Dubai. But sometimes when you find, where your life is at risk and you don't have life insurance, don't mess up with the people. Just come out. There's a hikmah in that.
If you offer sunnah at home, like Fajr, Dhuhr sunnah you offer at home and coming to the Jamaat, so still you have to offer...
Yes. That is not related with the sunnah. It is Tahiyatul Masjid, which is the haqq of the masjid.
Before
But still, as I said, you know your situation. In Pakistan, sab chalta hai. So you can't mess up with the people there unless you have proper guard on your body and you can take 5, 6 punches before you run away. Then that's the hyper mind.
Why do we pray Juma? Want to do it not in the mosque, in the hall? What happens to our
See, there is no restriction for somebody to say that Jummah in the hall is not valid. If that is the case, then all the Muslims who are praying Eid namaz in the masjid is not valid. Because Eid namaz, Rasulullah ﷺ, all in his life, never prayed in the masjid. There's not a single, even weak hadith is not there.
So we pray Juma.
In the hall, yes, it is valid because during the time of Rasulullah ﷺ, the Masjid al-Nabawi was the main masjid that Sahaba used to pray, Jummah and other prayers. But Sahaba used to go to different countries and they used to pray their Jummahs. The first Jummah that was established in Bahrain, even the Jummah masjid was not there, but the first Jummah that was established by Abu Huraira in Bahrain, and that was not a regular masjid. We are confusing ourselves by putting the issues that Jummah prayer has to be performed only in the regular masjid, no?
No, I said about Tahiyatul Masjid.
Tahiyatul Masjid, in the hall. No, that is not counted as masjid.
And this is Musala over this one? It's not a masjid.
But you are praying here. This is masjid or not?
No Juma.
No, it doesn't matter, but alhamdulillah, this is a masjid, no? Alhamdulillah, ji.
Some of the scholars, they say that for you to have to pray Tahiyatul Masjid, there has to be 5 salah every day and the Jumu'ah as well. Then it's fun to do the Tahiyatul Masjid, otherwise it's not considered a masjid and you don't have to do it.
Now, this is what I'm saying, if it is a regular masjid, then alhamdulillah, Tahiyatul Masjid is right for the masjid. Because the hadith says, إِذَا دَخَلَ أَحَدُكُمُ الْمَسْجِدَ. Okay, the hadith is very specific. But if you are praying somewhere in the town hall and they have a room, just only a room for the Christians can pray, their God, to their God Jesus, and the Muslims can pray, and the Buddhists can come and pray to the Buddha. And that place is not considered to be masjid, and it is the Tahiyatul Masjid is not compulsory there.
I think the brother is probably specifying that all the salahs happen here except Jummah. So is this classed as a masjid?
Of course, it is a masjid.
No. So Jummah is not performed here. So is this
Doesn't
classed as a
matter.
masjid? Okay.
Doesn't
I think
matter.
that's what the
In Ajman, the place where I used to be imam, regular imam, there we used to pray. I was imam for 15 years. The masjid where I used to be official imam by the government, that place was, like 4 to 5 serfs. But it was a regular masjid, complete masjid. But we didn't have any Jummah there. So that is masjid. And just after, 100 steps out of the masjid, there was a Jummah masjid. So alhamdulillah, Jummah is not necessary to be offered only in the masjid. Otherwise, all those people who are praying their Eid in the masjid will not be valid because Rasulullah never ever prayed his Eid prayer in the masjid. फतवे तो बहुत हैं, मौलवी इधर से भी पकड़ेंगे इधर से भी. So we have to be careful when we give fatwa. Then we have to be extra smart to give the fatwa.
Even in Makkah, there are so many masajids, and still the Jummah is prayed only in Haram.
Haram, yes. But they are still counted as masajid. Masjid al-Quba was there during the time of Rasulullah and Masjid al-Nabawi was there. In Masjid al-Quba, they were not praying Jummah prayer there.
So there was literally one khutbah for all of the town, literally, on Fridays.
If it is easily accessible for you to go, otherwise you can, alhamdulillah, pray wherever you get the chance, alhamdulillah. Jummah can be offered even in the mountain if 2 people are there. One will become, one will become the imam, the other will become the muqtadi. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, we are on page 28 of the Arabic book, and can anybody tell me the definition without looking into the book, what is kalima? Yes.
The word that has a meaning.
The word that has got the meaning. Do you agree with him?
Yes.
Or you are following him blindly? The word which has got the meaning, the word is not a kalima. Okay, it's not a kalima. Okay, if I say Ali, 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 it is Ali, but when you say Ali, 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 it won't become a kalima. Kalima means a word, even if it is a single word, but it has got the meaning. Okay, and there are 6 types of kalima in Arabic. How many types of kalimas are there? Huh? Are you sure? So, let's see. So, how many types of kalimas are there?
3.
Janab?
5.
5, yes, chalo. Fajr, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Isha.
3.
3. Okay, do you agree with him? What is it? Is 6, 3 or 5? Don't be muqallid, don't be taqlid. Don't follow blindly, somebody says. We used to do that, a teacher is asking the question and my friend will say wrong answer and the guy will say the same thing and teacher will say, yes, you heard it. He's wrong, you are wrong. So how much it is? How many kalimas are there? The types of kalimas are there? 1, 5, 3, 6. I say 6. Do you agree with me? 3. How many of you are studying Arabic grammar? Please raise your hand. Itne sare pad rahe and you don't know? It is 3. 1, number 1. Kalima, the word which has got the meaning and it is of 3 types. Ismun, fa'ilun, wa harfun. Ismun, wa fa'ilun, wa harfun. Okay, now we have taken the definition of the word ism. And we also have understood that it's not as complicated as somebody, you are looking from the back side of the person and the person looks like a man. And when you say, please, excuse me, and when that person turns the face, you find she is a woman. So you are confused because of the hairstyle, whether he or he is a she. Okay? But in kalima, when you talk about ismun, there are specific signs. There are specific identification for the ism. What are those? Number 1. Tanween, where? At the beginning, middle, end. At the end. Okay, you agree with him?
Yes.
He says that the ism will have tanween. That means the verb, the fi'l will not have tanween? No. Harf will not have tanween?
Not all ism have tanween.
All is
Not all ism have, like if it is al, starting with al or something.
Yeah, okay, so there's a 2. The second identification. Okay, the first sign is that tanween will always be on ism. It won't be on any other kalima. So one of the identifications to identify whether this is harf or this is ism or this is fa'ilun, the first one is that it will end with tanween. Okay, it is ending with tanween. Either it will be an, in or on. And if there is no tanween, then it will have al at the beginning, which is al-waladu. Without al, it will become waladun, waladan, waladin. Okay, ending with tanween. Okay.
Sheikh, sometimes without al also it doesn't have the tanween.
Yes.
Then it is still a...
Are you married? Okay, alhamdulillah. Maybe your wife may be Khadija, Fatima or Aisha.
No.
None of them.
None of them.
Then you are not married then.
Like for example, we say la raiba. In that raiba, it is not having tanween, but it is still ism. So sometimes it is ism without al and without tanween.
Yeah, but because of la, it has changed. There's some reason with la. It's not by itself like that.
Yeah.
Because of la, it is la raiba. Otherwise, raibun.
Yeah.
It is there. If you don't put la, then tanween is there. Okay? So because of la, it is we are not talking about that one. You are going very high into Arabic grammar now. But the word which is starting with al, okay, is the sign that this is ismun. And the word that ends with tanween, it is also the sign that it is ismun. Okay. Anything else?
So all is definite, is it?
Al is definite, yes. You are missing one point.
It has no tense.
Ahsan, say mashallah to Shaykh. It has no tense, which means Abdul Majeed, today I am Abdul Majeed. Yesterday I was Abdul Majeed. Tomorrow I will be dead Abdul Majeed. But still I will be Abdul Majeed. Okay? So Abdul Majeed is a noun, ism. And ism will have no effect with the tense, past tense, present tense, future tense. So ism will remain as ism. Ism was in the past tense ism, present tense ism, and in the future also ism. So it has got no effect of the tense. Anything else?
يدخل فيه حرف الجر. حرف الجر.
No, but have you learned in this now? Yeah, I want you to stick to what we are learning. There are, mashallah, 7 reasons for the ism to be ism. It will be identified in 7 ways, but what we have learned in this last... Now, honestly tell me, have you revised what we have studied last time? How many of you? Sincerely. You did. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. So, see, learning of grammar is as if you are having, chocolate made of metal. Chocolate made of metal you have in your mouth. Can you ever finish that? Can you ever finish the metal in your mouth? No. That means it will always remain in your mouth. It is that hard. Learning of grammar is something that you have to revise. The way you are praying your 5 daily prayers. If you are serious and devoted to learning, then it is must for you to revise at least 5 to 10 minutes what you have studied. Otherwise, it will completely go away from your head. And next time when you come, you take new lesson, then the first one is gone, then you won't follow it. And this book is a challenge in that sense. Whatever you are learning in the first page, it won't be repeated in the second page. So it should, put a proper impact and mark on your memory that it will be fixed and it will never be deleted. Sometimes when you change the Word documents to PDF format, there's an option where you can't do the alteration, you can't change it, yes? The same thing, when you learn any grammatical rule here, make it in a PDF format in your head and put the remark on that it couldn't be changed, no addition to be made. So that way you have to memorize this. And then only you will proceed further, and inshallah you will be better in learning Arabic as well as you will be better in understanding the Quran. Otherwise, if I say, yes, this ayah says this, you have to accept me blindly because you don't know what I'm saying and you have to follow me blindly. You can't argue with me. I can say, no, this is wrong, this is right, this is what it says in Arabic. But if you have learned Arabic properly and you have understood it, then even Maulvi Sahib Abdul Majeed, before tell you something, do this and that, he will, wipe his forehead because he's sweating. He knows that these people are all learned. Okay, so I want my students to be like that, inshallah. Okay, let's revise this quickly, inshallah, and let me know when we want to finish, inshallah. Last time somebody was giving me the time. Please let me know when I should finish, inshallah. Okay, lesson 1, words and the types of words. Issue number 1, a word having a meaning is called kalima. It is of 3 types, ismun, fi'lun, harfun. An ism is independent of other words in indicating its meaning. That means it can be independent by itself and you can understand the meaning of it. It also does not have any tense. Rajulun, a man, hamidun, a specific name, darbun, to hit, tayyibun, good, and huwa, means he, and ana means I. So this is the example of ism. Fa'lun is a word that indicates some action together with one of the three tenses. Daraba, he hit, which is in the past. Dhahaba, he went, which is in the past. Yadhabu, he is going or he will go in the future. So it is present tense and past, future tense all together. So the definition of the verb, that from the word itself you will understand that there is action going on. Action is there in it, and this has to do with the three tenses. The action that is done in the past, action which is done in the present tense, and the action that will be carried out in the future tense. So this is the example of fi'lun. Harfun is a word whose meaning cannot be understood without an ism. But by itself it has got the meaning, but to use it properly, like for example, in Arabic, the word dua, it is ism. What is it? Dua. Du'aun. Okay, dua is ism. Okay, praying for somebody. If you use the preposition ala and lahu, will give you two different meanings. When you say da'a alay, that means somebody has cursed. And when you say da'a lahu, he prayed for him, made dua for him. So these two words, ala and lahu, they are prepositions, harf. And they have the meaning by themselves. At the same time, they are more clearly understood when they are used with the ismun. Clear? Are you with me? Okay, when somebody says from, does it mean to? So the word from itself has got its meaning, mean. Okay, ila, to. So we know to means that something towards. From means something before someone. Okay, coming from somewhere else. So like that, from and to, they are huruf, harfun, but still they have their own meanings and they are more clear when they are used in the nouns or in the sentence. Are you with me? Okay. So let's go and take the next page, 29. Any question before that? Please pay one, read the whole thing till what we have studied so far for 1 minute, and inshallah we'll move to the next one if you have any clarification to be made. Page 28. Please read it by yourself in your head.
Shaykh, harfun comes with the felun also?
Yes.
So it can come with ismun also as well as felun.
Da'a lahu. Da'a is a verb. It's a fi'lun. Da'a alayh. So it comes with the verb.
And for felun we always, since it is a tense, so we always require a doer.
File.
Fine.
Yes. Okay. No questions. Types of nouns. So now, all these few lessons will be only about nouns. We are not learning anything about the fi'l, we are not learning anything about the verbs. So now what we are learning from the three types of kalima, we are learning about ism. Okay? Now ismun has got two types. Ismun, what time you pray Isha? 10:15. So do you want me to continue till Isha or?
Finish by 10,
10, okay, inshallah. Okay, so the noun, now we are learning about noun. So please understand, after a few lessons you will come again with the verbs and then you will come with the harf. So now pay attention to the nouns. All you have to remember about so far what you have learned Kalima, you have learned the 3 types of kalima, ismun, fi'lun, and harfun, and how to identify them when they are in the sentence. You will know that this is isim based on what you have got the information of the isim. This is a fi'lun based on the information you got about the fi'lun. This is the harfun that you got the information about the harfun. So this is all you have learned. Now you are going into the depth of each type. And the first type is ismun. So we are learning about something more about ismun here. The types of nouns. Types of noun, there are 2 types of noun, definite and indefinite. And the definite is called ma'rifatun and indefinite is called nakiratun. Yes. So definite is called ma'rifatun. You can write down, if it is difficult for you to read in Arabic, you can write the transliteration. Ma'rifatun, M-A-R-I-F-A-T-U-N. Ma'rifatun, which is definite, and nakiratun, which is indefinite, and that is N-A-K-I-R-A-T-U-N. Nakiratun. Okay, now, see, though the author has brought the 2 types of nouns, definite and indefinite, but he is giving us the definition of nakira, indefinite nouns, because it is easy to understand and it is very simple. The indefinite nouns are very simple compared to definite nouns. There are 7 types of definite nouns. So it will be hard for you to remember them first. So the shaykh is making it easy. He brings the nakira, the indefinite nouns, and they are only of 2 types. Nakira is of 2 types. What is nakira here? We have to understand this. An indefinite noun is a word which refers to general thing. It can be general. Okay, not specific, so it is nakira. The word rajulun, a man, does not refer to any specific person. It can refer to any person. The word tayyibun does not refer to any particular good thing. It can be, tayyibun can be all the good things that you can, use, you understand, that becomes tayyibun. Every good thing can be called tayyibun. A definite noun refers to a specific thing. Zaydun is the name of a particular person. Makkatu is the name of a specific city. Ar-rajulu, the man, refers to a specific person. Next page, page 30. The types of definite nouns. The definite nouns are of 7 categories. 1. Ismul alam, proper nouns, example, Hamidun, Zaydun. 2. Ismul damir, pronouns, example, huwa, he, anta, you, ana, I. 3. Ismul ishara, the demonstrative nouns. Example, hada, this, daka, that. Also write down dhalika. Dhalika, please make a note of that. Dhalika. Instead of dhaka, you can put lam with kaf. Dhalika, which also means that. Number 4, ismul mawsul, the relative pronoun. Example, alladhi, who. Alladhi, who, and allati, who, feminine. Number 5, al-munada, vocative case. Example, ya rajulu, O man, ya waladu, O boy. 6, al-mu'arraf bil-lam, the noun having al. Example, al-farasu, the horse, al-rajulu, the man. Number 7, al-mudafu ila ma'rifatin, a noun which is related to any of the above mentioned definite nouns. Example, kitabu Zaydin, book, Zayd's book. Kitabu hada, this person's book. Kitabu rajuli, the book of the man. Next page 31. Note, in these examples the word kitab hada become definite. Besides the above mentioned definite nouns, all the other nouns are indefinite. They are of several types, 2 of the main categories being Ismud Dat and Ismul Sifat. Ismud Dat is the one, a word that denotes the being of something living or non-living example, insanun, a man, farasun, a horse, hajarun, a stone. Number two, ismu sifa, a word that indicates the quality of something, example, hasanun, beautiful, qabihun, ugly. Okay, now I don't want to proceed more from here because then it goes to the lesson 2. You have to understand that nouns are of 2 types, definite and indefinite. All the specific words in the noun, they are called definite nouns, and there are of 7 types. Ism alam, ism mawsuf, ism sifa, and mu'arraf billah, and the mudafun ilayh, and ism ishara. All these are 7 definite nouns, and these are the nouns which you have to remember in your head. And when we talk about the indefinite nouns, ismu nakira, then there are many, but the main are that ismu sifat and ismu dat. Ismu sifat means the quality nouns, noun that describes the quality or adjective, and the noun which are general categories like animals and humans, and all when you talk about tables, it can be any table. When you talk about the building, it can be any building. But when you talk about good, bad, healthy, all these are into definite nouns, indefinite nouns, but they fall into the category of sifat. Alhamdulillah. So please, before we move to the next lesson, you have to memorize this. And next time when I come, I will ask you, inshallah, that there are 8 types of definite nouns and 6 types of indefinite nouns.
7 definitely.
So inshallah, there is no change in the time, inshallah, and classes will be always, inshallah, on Friday. If I'm healthy and alive, otherwise if something happens, then I'm not Firsa who can predict the future. So if something happens, then la qadar Allah, then you have to excuse me for that. But also I have joined a university and I'm going to start my job there. And so far I have got no timetable given to me. In case, if the university is asking me to work on Friday, then definitely we have to look for another day. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So far, though I was given the offer to work in Buckinghamshire University and University of Buckingham, but that the timetable is yet not given to me and not yet confirmed about this particular activities. So once it is done, and if it at all in future, if it is Friday, then if you want me to continue, alhamdulillah, then you have to specify one particular day other than Friday, inshallah, for the class. Barakallah, alhamdulillah, rabbil alamin. Yeah, definitely. If there is any change, I will let you know in advance, inshallah. Never complain, never. You are the best among all these. They are all sleeping. When Boro 7